This is WGAL News 8's Football Friday preseason special.
Hey, good evening and welcome to WGAL News 8's Football Friday preseason special. I'm Pat Principe.
And I'm Mike Hostetler. We hope to set the table for you for the upcoming high school football season tonight.
Our opening drive begins in the Mid-Penn Conference, where the heavyweights of the Commonwealth Division could be challenged by a squad with a new coach and a couple of game-changing new players.
Central Dauphin takes aim at a third straight Mid-Penn Commonwealth crown with several new pieces in place. Just 4 starters return on both sides of the ball, but one of them is the Commonwealth's top quarterback, Max Mosey, who's thrown for more than 3,000 yards and 31 touchdowns in 2 seasons as a starter.
I was always sort of the underclassman coming up while I was playing with the older kids, so it's definitely like a weird position for me because it's got to come along slow with the younger guys. I got to teach them up a little bit.
With that experience and that depth of ability, that goes such a long way in developing confidence in those younger people who may be a little unsure of themselves at first, but hey, when you got that guy trigger man at the trigger position, that raises their game.
Like CD, Harrisburg is also a bit light on experience in key areas. The Cougars do welcome back 3 on offense, bookend tackles Roy Irving and Tyshawn Black, and tall, speedy wideout Kyle Williams.
You never truly know what you have until, they're tested in battle. And I think that's the biggest thing. But I'm extremely confident in the guys that we have right now. But, a lot of them just, they're not battle tested.
The Commonwealth sleeping giant is Central Dauphin East. The Panthers bounce back from a winless 2020 will be led by new head coach Lance Dean. The 26-year-old Bishop McDevitt grad was defensive coordinator for Steel High State champs a year ago. Another former Roller, state single-A player of the year, Mekhi Flowers, will also boost CDE stock, along with fellow transfer quarterback Tony Powell.
Bringing all the tools I got from Steel High last year, the undefeated season, state championship, and just making everyone around me better. I just wanted to do the same for this school.
The skill level is already here. The ability is already here. It's those things within. Trying to build that unity and that brotherhood and getting them to believe in one another.
At Cumberland Valley, Josh Oswald heads into his second season as head coach at his alma mater. Returning starters include quarterback Isaac Sines as the Eagles aim to put 3 straight losing seasons behind them.
We're getting closer to where that mentality used to be. Every week it's our game to win, So I don't think that was here last year. I think that's something that we want to be able to reestablish.
We move on to the Lancaster-Lebanon League. Year in and year out, Section 2 is the best battle in the conference and should be again this season. Last year's winner of the Heartbreak Award had to be Warwick. The Warriors won Section 2, advanced to their first ever district final, and then had to forfeit because of COVID. They graduated 17 seniors, 3 who went Division I, including quarterback Joey McCracken and Wisconsin-bound tackle Nolan Rucci. But the cupboard isn't bare.
This group has watched those who have gone before them. Their work ethic has been tremendous. They apply themselves correctly on a daily basis. We say simply, I think they get it.
Cocalico returns a boatload of experience. 18 starters coming back, including massive 6'6", 290-pound Ryan Brubaker, who's committed to South Carolina.
I think I have a lot of big expectations for myself, and I just need to make sure that I don't psych myself out in a way. I have great teammates, and we have a great time with each other, and just enjoy it.
3, 1, 2, 3.
It was a campaign to forget for Manheim Central. It suffered through its first losing season in 50 years. Quarterback Judd Novak was never 100% after shoulder surgery, but he's back, along with his favorite target, Owen Sensney.
Oh, it's 100 times better. It just feels like we're back to normal. I love being with our team. We have a great chemistry this year.
And leading the way for the Barons will be an experienced offensive line. Another prolific passing pair powers Conestoga Valley. The Buckskins return nearly their entire offense, including quarterback McCoy Nicely and wideout J.L. Plowden. The Bucks finished 2020 by winning their last 5 games, starting with a big one against their rivals.
And then we go to Manheim Central, and all of a sudden everything falls into place, and we win at Manheim Central. And I think that just gave the kids, a whole lot of confidence.
All right, time to dive into the York Adams League now. And here's how the competition in Division III stacks up.
A young York Catholic team broke from the gates quickly a year ago, winning their first 6 games before falling to DeLone Catholic in the Division III title game and then Camp Hill in the 2A district final. Dual-threat quarterback Lavon McFadden heads a bevy of returning starters as the Fighting Irish bid to regain a D3 crown they last won in 2018.
Expectations are pretty high this year. We've all matured a little bit more, and we're looking to get pretty far this season.
The return for offensive linemen is huge for anybody, for any program. So you bring your quarterback back. We got a quality running back, receiving core. So we have high expectations.
Two-time defending division champ DeLone Catholic won't surrender their title without a fight. The Squires will replace star Tate Niederer with a running back by committee behind an offensive line that features 4 returning Division III All-Stars.
We have some pretty decent size offensive defensive fronts, and I think we're going to try to utilize that the best we can, and it should play well into the type of game we like to play.
Littlestown's 3 losses in 2020 were to division rivals York Catholic, DeLone, and Bermudian Springs. That's plenty of motivation for the Thunderbolts' returning starters.
We were not happy, I can tell you that. So we're ready. We're really ready to put ourselves to the test and have another winning season. Just hopefully not a 4-3 season.
Bermudian Springs heads into a new season minus their 2 best players from a year ago, but the Eagles feel a strong senior class will push them into contention for a division title.
With this group of seniors we have this year, that's something that we gotta start to own and start to work for. That is definitely one of our priorities this year, to get back into the mix with York Catholic, DeLone, and Littlestown.
We've got more Football Friday preseason special ahead with the outlook for the Mid-Penn Keystone and York Adams Division II.
Welcome back to WGAL's Football Friday preseason special. We continue in the Lancaster Lebanon League, where a lot of familiar faces once again look to contend for the Section 1 title. McCaskey had to scramble at the last minute to find a coach after Sam London left for the college ranks just 2 weeks ago. It promoted Ben Thompson.
My job here right now is to steady the ship, keep everything as business as usual as possible, and get them ready for August 27th.
The Tornado has lost 26 straight. But there is hope. It returns 15 starters, including third-year quarterback Matt Remash.
Beyond excited, words can't even explain how ready we are. Like, the chemistry is there.
Manheim Township is now a perennial power, but has to replace Big 33 quarterback Evan Clark. Sophomore Hayden Johnson earns the job. He'll have an experienced line in front of him and one of the best wideouts in the state. Penn State commit Anthony Ivy.
We're bringing a lot of guys back with experience. There's a lot of guys got rotated in, and I feel really good about where we are from an experience standpoint.
We all get along very well, and we're all friends outside of football as well. So when we're all together, it's just very fun.
Cedar Crest should be able to light it up. 9 starters are back on offense, including one of the top returning running backs in Aiden Richards. But there could be some growing pains.
We're still a young team, I think, so we are back to basics and back to building up who we want to be moving forward, not just this year, but for the next couple of years.
Hempfield has some holes to fill. Second-year coach George Ager can lean on quarterback Cam Harbaugh, but he's one of only 6 returning starters.
We know the schedule is brutal, so let's use some of our close games last year against very good teams, and let's take that confidence and apply it to this year and hopefully have success.
And once again, everybody in Section 1 will be chasing defending champ Wilson, which boasts Jaden Jones, possibly the best running back in the conference.
Time to visit York Adams Division II now, where the favorites there look to be challenged by a confident squad that is Ram tough.
Gettysburg will wrap a 5-year run in York Adams Division II before heading back to the Mid-Penn Conference next season.
We're not thinking about that so much. We're just thinking about getting back to normal play, stepping on the field, and getting opportunities to play more games than 6.
The Warriors will take aim at their first division title in 3 years with more returning starters than any other contender. A powerful offensive line led by Coastal Carolina commit Frankie Richardson will pave the way for what should be a punishing ground game.
That's how our offense has been run ever since I've been here. Just 3 yards. Every play trying to get 3 yards. And bringing a lot of guys back to the O-line, so happy about that, and we'll be ready.
New Oxford's 5-0 win over Gettysburg last season gave the Colonials the division crown in their first season in Division II. Wideout Ben Lease is the only returning skill player, but the Ox will be solid on the lines as they shoot for a 3rd straight district playoff bid.
I think people were circling us on their calendars last year just because we were coming down from Division I. And they knew how good of a team we were a couple years ago, but I think it'll be the same as last year.
Obviously, making the playoffs is always exciting, but that's not a normalcy at New Oxford, or at least it hasn't been in the past. So obviously, we're working hard to create that to be a normal thing.
Kennerdale is ready to challenge for the D2 crown. The Rams have put together back-to-back winning seasons. 11 returning seniors gives KD a legit shot at their first district playoff spot in 11 years.
We're definitely rolling in stride. We're taking that momentum we had last year, and hopefully we can finally get back into district play and maybe get a district playoff win for not only just our community but for the YIA.
My older brother actually played for the school about 6 years ago, so ever since we were kids, I know we were looking up to them, and we always wanted to be better than they were. So that was our motivation. So I really think it means the world to us to actually put this area on the map and show them what we can really accomplish.
The Mid-Penn Keystone Division is home to a team that went unbeaten but did not earn a playoff spot, and another squad that didn't take the field at all 1 year ago.
Bishop McDevitt didn't lose a game a year ago, but they failed to rack up enough playoff points to earn a spot in the COVID-reduced 4-team 4A bracket.
Guys use it a little bit as a chip during the off season, to get them motivated a little bit, to work out a little bit more. But now we're back and going. It's nobody really cares.
The Crusaders are definite playoff material this season, even with a true freshman at quarterback in Stone Saunders, the son of Baltimore Ravens strength and conditioning coordinator Steve Saunders. McDevitt welcomes back experience at virtually every other key position, led by stud wideouts Mario Easterly and Camille Foster, and major college recruit Marquise Williams at tailback.
I always tell myself, make sure you're locked in, even before practice, anything I do. You have to remain locked in. You can't let the noise and hype get inside your head, because if you do, it'll mess you up.
Cedar Cliff will be one of McDevitt's keystone chasers, thanks to the return of tailback Jaheim Morris from an early season knee injury a year ago. Hershey raised a few eyebrows last season by producing their first winning campaign in 7 years. The Trojans must replace several skill players, but are solid up front, led by tackle Zach Miller, who will also be part of a defense that only allowed 12 points a game in 2020.
We have an experienced group of running backs in the backfield that have played for us in the past. Our quarterback's new and our wide receivers are new, so we'll work through it.
Hershey's Cocoa Bean Bowl rival Milton Hershey didn't field a team last season due to the school opting out of sports due to COVID. The Spartans will begin their first season in the Keystone with just a handful of players who have any live game experience.
We have kids that we don't know a lot about, like our sophomore class. They didn't play at all last year, so we never got to see them in a varsity game or a JV game, even a freshman game, to figure out what they can do.
Thank you, Prince. Coming up next, a look at LL Sections 3 and 4 and the big boys from New York Adams Division I.